Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. So the Raiders backed up here to begin their first drive. And they'll be led out by a four-time Super Bowl champion elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame back in the year 2000. This is Joe Montana.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Montana going right to the air. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Play action. It's Montana. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A man who played collegiately over at East Lansing, it's Kenneth Walker III. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That play ended for a net loss thanks to Javon Hargrave. They go play action with Montana. That's complete to Ward. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Walker now on 1st and 10. And a short gain here down to the 22. Ray Lewis up from his linebacker spot to make the play.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw is Montana. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Trying the left side with Walker. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kenneth Walker. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And at quarterback, a longtime signal caller in the National Football League, former Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco.
Remember when the conversation was, is Joe Flacco elite? Well, at one point, he was elite enough to not only win a Super Bowl, but be named the MVP of that game. And for a time, one of the top-paid quarterbacks in the league. Not bad for a young man who transferred to Delaware from Pitt while in college. This guy's had a great career, Not many chances now to lead an offense, but still capable if put on the field.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. Now it's Flacco. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Montana. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On first down, Montana. Short throw caught by Pitts. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. They will look to throw. Montana. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out and check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Here's Montana to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken right around the 44. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple.
He's got man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Rob Gronkowski, 51 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. So much for a little 5-yard pass play to your tight end. They made him a deep ball threat there, and it worked out.
Times have changed, haven't they? Those used to be plays that we would clip and save because you didn't see it very often. Big tight end, deep downfield catching a pass. Now it's almost standard. That's a big part of everyone's offense. Get it to those guys because they're not just tight ends anymore. They're athletes.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On second down, Montana. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to be brought down right there after the catch at the 34. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Montana. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Joe Montana on second down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Raider offense heading back for one final first-half drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. This one left side caught by Collins. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Montana. He'll get this to Rule. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On second down, Flacco to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Flacco. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties, and then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Inside handoff, Henry. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone, a scoop and score. A fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Now McManus for the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back now at Ford Field. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Montana's throw here complete to Ward. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Play fake. Now here's Montana. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
1st and 10 for Montana and company. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on 2nd down. Montana. Wide open receiver complete. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Back to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Kyle Pitts from 3 yards out. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get through and protect the ball. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under 1 minute to go now in the football game. On second down, here's Henry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So that's a wrap for Charles. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Jackson will throw again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. This is taken around the 12. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by their veteran QB, the former Delaware Blue Hen, Joe Flacco.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Now at first down, Henry with a little bit of running room. Nice gain. He'll get about 6 yards there.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. Henry up the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
A first down carry for Henry. And good running there as he'll take this all the... A Baltimore first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again to Henry. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their here in this second quarter. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Howie Long, like an out-of-control broken arrow, getting in for the sack.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Now this throw caught left side. Down to the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Saints post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point forthcoming. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
2nd and 10. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Open man is Keyshawn Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he's got his big tight end here. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his football.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A red zone first down for Flacco. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Flacco. Wide open, Gronkowski. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And again, it's Flacco to throw. Down there, it's caught for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. Extra point from McManus is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Well, how about that for just running out the clock? And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ty Law. And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
Okay, Brandon,
So
thanks very much.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. 64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Now a handoff to Henry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Henry. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. Gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 3rd down and goal coming up here. Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jerry Rice from 6 yards away. And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through, and that makes the score 14-7. after the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down by 7. A minute 55 remaining. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Oh, he brings it in off the deflection.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Here's Jackson. Connecting with Johnson. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Down to the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 67 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Koo now for the point after. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Open man, that's Gronkowski down the field. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Timeout still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. Now Flacco. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Flacco. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
A big play looming on third down. Flacco. Looking for Gronkowski. Out loud, he's got him. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Flacco to throw. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Setting to throw, Flacco. This is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with what will almost certainly be the game-winning score as the lead is 7 here in the final moments. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. This is 1st and 10. One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. McKee to throw here. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great deal of first first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Oh, my goodness. Now that is going to be out of bounds on the free kick. And that's a big mistake. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Automatic first down.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run with Henry. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. This is Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 45 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal. The stop there on 3rd, they could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Derrick Henry, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch out their lead. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes, and absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They trail now 9-0. The opening safety followed by the touchdown a moment ago. So an early hole to dig out of as the drive starts 1st and 10. The Mississippi State man Chris Jones with a sack there. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. The tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down. After 1, it's 9-0. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The Texans send the punter out. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Let's take it at around the 40. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That one good for 14 in the Seahawk first. Again, it's Henry. He gets away from it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Flacco looking to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Houston set to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Racing to the end zone. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The way things have been going in this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play. And they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular run it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
McManus's point after is good, and a rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something. And he coughed it up. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Inside handoff, Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 94 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
McManus now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now. The bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. McKee. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Looking to throw, McKee. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. It got his man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Flacco off play action. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. That's laid out deep for Rice. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jerry Rice in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point from McManus is good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was Derrick Henry.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. Yeah, people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Now McManus for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And McKee will look to throw it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the veteran Richard Sherman. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled it by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. On first down, Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, a lot of people think the tight end's a safety valve position, but I think in situations like this, he's often a primary receiver, and they missed an opportunity there.
Yeah, missed an opportunity indeed to pick up the first. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Flacco will take to the air again. Being chased out left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Joe Flacco. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks. But here, he found all of his guys covered, and he said, why not? And by the way, if that doesn't fire up your team to see the veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, I don't know what will.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Things, unfortunately, continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a 1st down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Now this throw caught left side, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's McKee. Throw here taken in by Wiley, the tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Back to throw, McKee. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Got a man, it's Jerry Rice. And he will be taken down, and a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Buying time to his left. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Flacco from the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Second and 10. Flacco once more. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
McKee now to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And McKee now. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ty Law. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? And this one's incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you can always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
How about this? Flacco setting to throw it. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, Charles, just impressive in all three phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the fourth quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort, really well executed. Congratulations to them.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Patterson going to bring this out here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Throwing again on second down. McKee. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. And he's loose again. And they're going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So here are the Steelers backed up to start their initial drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ty Law. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So the Jets now in great position here to start things out. And at quarterback, a longtime signal caller in the National Football League, former Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Open man, that's Gronkowski down the field. He is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Flacco. That's caught. It's Gronkowski. Touchdown, Jets. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. He's got it, and the Jets lead at 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's all capped off by a Rob Gronkowski touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
On first down, Flacco. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Now Manziel. And the Jets pressure 2 notches. Down he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. 3rd and 12. Here's Manziel. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 33. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
But it certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 3rd and 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Flacco to throw here on 3rd down. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So on now is Johnny Hekker to punt this one away.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Manziel. That's Ward, complete right side. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. 2nd and long.
Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman.
And the Jets are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
And they work this out past the 25. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 1st and 10 here for Flacco.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Flacco. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop for 20 seconds to go in the first half. Flacco will take to the air again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Flacco off play action. Wide open, Gronkowski. Touchdown. Rob Gronkowski as the first half is winding down. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
McManus now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it's all capped off by a Rob Gronkowski touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 19-yard line.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
All right, Brandon, back to you, too, in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports.
Getting through the break at record pace and right back to football. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Gronk, so tough to cover. Sometimes a flag's going to come out.
His size and his ability create a lot of these pass interference calls. If you're trying to go through him to get to the ball, that's almost impossible, and he benefits on the play.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, Flacco. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Passing play, Flacco. And that is incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ty Law. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Now it's Flacco. Fitzgerald's got it right side. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. 3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And it's fielded at the 34. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Jets will take over. And New York set to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. That's laid out deep for Rice.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Play action, Flacco. And this is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Keyshawn Johnson, 34 yards. And the Jets are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. A partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 30 big ones. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. His throw incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to throw again. That one behind his receiver and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Flacco looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Dancing to his left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. but it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Now Manziel. And that one to the right side and incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's Manziel. And Johnny's elusiveness fails him here. Manziel is sacked, and that is going to be a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Returnable here from the 38. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Open man downfield is Rice. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by the veteran Richard Sherman. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. But not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Extra point from McManus is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Manziel. The throw right side here going to be incomplete. Well, this one winding toward a conclusion, and how would you assess how the secondary has played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm